Hi Year 6 and welcome to our lesson for World Book Day today. So hopefully you have listened to the story that we have picked as our whole school book, What We'll Build, and if you haven't seen that video, go and watch that video first. The link is on the website. So what did you think of the story first of all? I hope that you enjoyed it. It's the story of a father and a daughter building their future together, and it talked about some physical things that you can build, like houses, boats, places to sleep, and then it talked about other things like setting aside some love and building each other's futures. The book was actually written by Oliver Jeffers when his daughter was born, for his daughter, so there's a little bit of extra information. Now we are going to focus on this page. So it says, I'll build your future and you'll build mine. We'll build a watch to keep our time. And we're going to focus in on this illustration, and we're going to focus in on the thought of building a future. So why do you think, wrong paper there, Miss Garraway, that's appalling. Right, why do you think there are two colours on here? So what do you think this image is representing? Maybe pause and have a think about it, or write it down, or just be mentally sharing your thoughts. So as I see it, we've got two colours here, kind of pink and the blue, one representing the little girl and one representing the father. And it says, I'll build your future and you'll build mine. So the suggestion that their futures are kind of entwined, their futures are linked together. We've got this lovely crossover point where the two colours blend, and we've got the purple. And all the photographs in here are of things, maybe things that they like, things that they want to see in their future, things that they might do. And it's all coming out of this watch here. So we are going to be inspired by this image today. Let's delve in deeper into the image. What kind of things can you see? So we've got kind of, as I say, the things they like or the things from their future. So we've got books and planes and ships and pencils. So this is the kind of the building tools. He wants to build things. Maybe he wants to travel, planes and boats. And the little girl, things that she likes, and she's got ice cream and toys and animals and music and things. So maybe these are some of the things that she wants to do. We've got space here again, so maybe that's travel, maybe that's finding things out, maybe she wants to do something with music. Okay, so there's all different ways to interpret the image, and your job today is going to be thinking about how you see your future. So I want you to spend a moment, pause the video once I've given the instruction, and then spend 5 or so minutes thinking about what you think your future could be like. So just mind map it, brainstorm, put future in the middle, and then all the way around think what you might want your future to be. I want you to think where you might want to be, where you might want to live, who you might see in your future, what you might like to be doing. So it might be around jobs that you might like to do. It might be around travel, places you want to go, maybe somewhere you want to live. It might be around family. Do you see having children when you're older? Would you like a big family? Would you like to live somewhere different? Would you like lots of holidays? Would you like to travel? Would you like a specific job that you might have to go to university for, maybe, or you might have to do some specific training for? How do you see your future? So pause the video and have a think for 5 or so minutes and then come back. Okay, so now you've had to think about that and you've got lots of notes about your future. I'm going to introduce the activity for today. So let's make that a little bit smaller because you're not going to be able to see it behind my face. So you are going to think about building your own future. Okay, so you've got two options depending on how you are feeling today. So if you want to go down an artistic visual route, you can choose to create a visual representation of your future. So you can choose to maybe recreate your own version of this page. Could you use a colour that represents you? and then fill it with photos or words that represent your future. Maybe you want to have draw your own watch or clock and have your colours coming out of there. You can get as creative as you like with it, but it needs to represent your future. So think about what pictures you could include. So maybe a picture to do with a job you hope to get, maybe a plane if you want to travel, which people might you hope to be there. So represent all of those things in your visual. Or if you're not fancying going arty with it, or maybe you don't have lots of stuff at home to be doing colours and drawing lots of things, you could choose to write about your hopes for the future. Now, you've got a couple of options here as well, and you can get as creative as you like with your writing. You could try writing a poem in the style of the book. So if you follow the story back again, listen to the video of me reading the book, you'll see that it's a poem, and some of it rhymes, some of it doesn't rhyme, but it's kind of a poem throughout. It's like a line per page, a couple of lines per page. So you could try writing your own poem, and you could start with talking about what future you'll build, and then you could say, I'll build this, I'll build that, or I'll do this and I'll do that, and write your own kind of poem. Or you could write the story of your future plans. So you could write it as like a narrative, as a story, looking into your future. What would you see? Again, thinking what kind of things you might hope to be doing and which people you hope to be there. So get as creative as you want. You might even decide you don't want to do either of these and you want to do something slightly different. That's fine. You are answering this question. How would you build your future? What do you want your future to look like? So you can get creative in your representation of this, and you could do pictures and painting and drawings and colourings, or you could do writing, poem writing, story writing, whatever you like. You could do it on the computer, you can do it however you like, but I would really, really love to see as many of your future ideas sent through. So please, once you've finished, take a photograph and send it across to us. I hope you enjoy the rest of the World Book Day activities, and I can't wait to see how you all get on today. Thank you for joining the lesson.